Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Got a doubleheader for you this evening here on mnhockey.tv featuring the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights hosting the St. Michael Albertville Knights. Hi, everybody. Getting the JV game underway. I'm Patrick Lilia this evening along with Pete Wagner. As play moved down into the Benilde St. Margaret zone right off the bat. Searching and sending this one in deep for St. Michael Albertville is Joey Robinson. Works his way back to the far side point where it gets through to the goaltender, Simon Goodmanson. It's saved, poked back out to neutral ice. As Willie Howard works his way into the offensive zone. There's a shot taken from the point as it pops free and then pops back down to the near side circle. Nice save there by the St. Michael Albertville goaltender this evening, Owen Olhoff. That one sneaks through just in front of the goaltender down to the near side. A nice hit put on the near side boards by Hauer. He works his way back around the Knights net, back out to neutral ice where Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights will be back to pick it up. Starting from the logo, bringing it into the offensive zone, and then dumping it in deep after that long shot with Charlie Johnson. Ended up going on goal. A nice save there by Olhoff. It'll work its way back around onto the near side boards. A battle ensues as the Knights into the offensive zone. There's a shot that's saved by Goodmanson. He's able to hold on with the glove. Braden Mogard moving in all alone as he caught the Red Knights changing that back half. Offensive zone face-off for St. Michael Albertville coming here with 13:49 to go in the first period. No score. Well, this week here on mnhockey.tv also have a couple more big ones. Eden Prairie at Edina Thursday night. And the Battle of Lakeville, Lakeville North, Lakeville South on Saturday night. That big Lake Conference matchup on Thursday night, of course, between the Eagles and the Hornets, renewing their rivalry. As there comes a 2-on-1 into the offensive zone for Benilde St. Margaret's and sliding through to break up the 2-on-1. A great play there by Jaden Wise as it's sent back into the neutral zone, and the Knights able to dump it in deep, and they will change. 13:14 to go here in the first period. Still no score. This one intercepted out at the red line and then brought in 2-on-1 for St. Michael Albertville. There's a shot of that saved by Goodmanson, whacking away at it on the backside. And there's a shot from the logo, and that one might have gotten through to Goodmanson as well as it's covered by the Red Knights. Chip back out into the offensive zone. Oh, good stick handle and driving in toward the net, and just losing control of it as he drove in toward the net was Mason Baldwin. We'll get a look at that one sort of as the play developed. You'll see Baldwin come in on the near side. He made a good stick move to get around the defender, but just losing control as he drove in on the goaltender. As a penalty will be assessed on this play. It'll be against St. Michael Albertville. Well, the Red Knights will go on the power play here. 12:46 to go in the first period. It's Nate Cheney taking the hooking call there. Brought around to the near side by the Knights, able to be not quite held in by Benilde St. Margaret's, and out at neutral ice, Charlie Johnson has it. Johnson sends it back out to the red line, where it's pushed back the other direction by Hayden Huber. Working their way back the other direction, slipping and falling as he tried to pick it up at his own blue line was Gavin Robeck. That's a shot saved by Goodmanson as Jonah Verkjen worked his way up into the slot. Offensive zone faceoff coming for St. Michael Albertville. 12:19 to go in the first period. 1:34 to go in the Knights power play. As Benilde St. Margaret's controls the faceoff. They'll work their way back into the offensive zone with Nick Dockman. Dockman will work his way around the net, shorthanded. Dockman gets it back out to the point. There's a long shot through traffic, loose out front. And then just whiffing. There's a penalty coming here against the Red Knights as the extra attacker comes on for the Knights as Benilde St. Margaret's touches up. That'll bring an end to the power play. 4-on-4 for 1:11. 11:56 to go here in the first period. No score. Coming up next, a big matchup in the varsity side between Benilde St. Margaret's and St. Michael Albertville. The Red Knights looking to rebound from their loss to Chaska last night at Mariucci Arena. Both teams coming into this game having lost 2 in a row. 11:50 to go in the first period off that icing call. St. Michael Albertville able to play it through the corner. It's played down to the near side. It's played around the other direction by Dominic Nugents. Worked his way behind the net. Centering feed is taken away at the last second, brought back the other direction by the Red Knights. Fighting his way through a check is Jake Hankinson. Hankinson gets knocked off the puck at the blue line. And then the puck is knocked out of the zone and then dumped in deep by Benilde St. Margaret's, and we'll have a offside here and a face-off. 11:24 to go here in the first period. 38 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4, and then it'll be about 50 seconds of power play for St. Michael Albertville after that. Puck loose at the red line. Eventually possessed by Baldwin. Baldwin into the offensive zone. He slips it down back behind him along the near side boards. He's getting tied up trying to fight his way through, and then taking a shot wide was Logan Like. It works his way back into the neutral zone where Alex Broncala back to pick it up. He gets it back to Like on the near side. Like into the offensive zone. Gets stripped from the puck though by Robeck. Robeck able to clear it out. We'll let him going wide of the goal for an icing, and we'll have a face-off in the St. Michael Albertville zone. 10:53 to go in the first period. No score, 8 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. It'll be about 49 seconds of power play for the STMA Knights coming out of that. Face off, pushed back up into the corner, and now played it back around to the near side point, able to be held in. They played back around behind the net. The force of the other direction is Alex Shee. It'll come loose in front, and then a shot just ripped wide by Dockman, who had slipped free in the center. St. Michael Albertville now on the power play, back through neutral ice into their offensive zone. As Dylan Blount trying to work his way through a body, gets tied up in the corner. As Blount able to send it back the other direction, comes back around to the near side corner. Blount will take it behind the net. Blount looking to center it. Comes free. There's a shot saved by Goodmanson. And able to cleared out by St. Michael Albertville. Benilde St. Margaret's rather. 2-on-1 into the offensive zone. Dockman. And he'll crash into the net. They were trying to set up the 2-on-1. And they had a look at that one as had the 2-on-1 working, but Dockman, unfortunately, I think slipped as he tried to pull that puck back in, and he ends up going into the net. Unfortunately, that doesn't count for any points for either team. We'll have a face-off in the St. Michael Albertville zone. 9:59 to go here in the first period. No score. 3 seconds to go in the Knight power play. As the Red Knights control. Shot blocked. Works its way down to the near side. Back up toward the corner. Wise clears it back out to neutral ice. Both teams now back at full strength. The pass back to the near side, intercepted by Nate Cheney, brought into the offensive zone, where Andrew Zatoni trying to slow it down. Zatoni will play it around the net. It'll come back around to the near side corner. As Adam Spetz battling for it. And there's a shot that's saved by Goodmanson as Zatoni had come free with it. Getting knocked off the puck nicely at the blue line, trying to work his way into the zone was Adam Wallstrom. It's back out to neutral ice and down to the near side. As the Knights looking to set up. Getting this one off for Gavin Robeck. Robeck's pass ends up down deep in the offensive zone where the Red Knights have it once again. Hard pass down to the near side for Sam Ryan out of his reach, but he deflected down into the St. Michael Albertville zone. Yes, Olhoff will stick the glove on it, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. 8:46 to go here in the first period, no score. The Red Knights able to hold the zone off the face-off. It'll work its way around the net. The hit put on behind there by Devin Perrin. Works its way back down to the corner. The Knights able to chip it along, now thrown back out to neutral ice. In the reverse direction is Hankinson. Hankinson will send this one deep into the zone once again, where Olhoff will glove it up, and we'll have a face-off once again. 8:22 to go on the first period. No score. Thank you for tuning in here to MNHockey.tv this evening. The JV varsity doubleheader. We're in the JV portion of the program. A nice hit put on as Alex Shee tried to put that hit on, but I think he ended up the one on the ice as he collided with Like as it comes back around to the far side in front of the Red Knights bench and back out to neutral ice. As Like chips this one into the offensive zone. Like working his way in. Like with a shot as it's kept out of the net. The officials giving the no-goal signal. It comes Like able to hold the zone as he's passed in the circle intercepted. They're getting tied up on the near side. It comes back to Like. Like with a nice move to get around the defenders, and he rips a shot. That's saved by Olhoff. It'll work its way back up into the corner. Like with a one-time blast. That's blocked out front. Chip back up into the corner. Now St. Michael Albertville able to take it away. Into the offensive zone they come. Penalty coming against the Red Knights. That slashing call with a desperately trying to prevent that 2-on-1 or 2-on-0 possibly from developing. We'll get a look at that one on the replay. Certainly no question about that one. Oh, that stick. Like a hard tumble. Yes, Like will take the penalty. St. Michael Albertville go on the power play for the second time. They had the abbreviated 49-second addition the first time around. As the Knights set up in the offensive zone and chip down in the circle. Worked his way up into the corner. Is picking it up is Spets. Spets will get it back down. As a hard pass to the near side sneaks through everybody. It'll work its way back into the Knight zone. Back to pick it up there is A.J. Lohman. Lohman standing behind his net. 1:30 to go in the power play. 6:53 in the period as Lohman chips this one ahead. This will work its way into the corner where Spets will try to get it, but Hankinson gets to it first. Played back around to the near side. Verkjen played it ahead. It works its way back to the blue line, able to be held in by the Knights. And a head off for Verkjen as it works its way back into the corner. As Lohman able to get it back down inside. Verkjen trying to center it, but it was intercepted by the Red Knights by Damberg. Damberg, though, when unable to clear the puck as it's poked away from him back up into the corner. Comes back around behind the net. 45 seconds to go in the Knight power play. As the Knights come out again with the puck. That centering feed is blocked. And again, able to be held by the Knights. As Lohman works his way in. In the corner, it's loose down low. And sent back behind the net. As the Knights will change. 24 seconds to go in the power play. It will finally be cleared out by the Red Knights after an extended offensive zone session for the Knights on this power play. 10 seconds to go in the extra man advantage. 5:28 in the period. Back into the offensive zone is Lohman. Lohman trying to work his way through three bodies, though, as it's finally cleared back out. Red Knights back at full strength, and here they come. 2-on-1 into the offensive zone, but that's disrupted nicely as Roncalli got knocked off the puck. In a lot of those situations, of course, you see a defender kind of staying between the two attacking players, but in this case, the defender for St. Michael Albertville just kind of said, I'm just going to challenge you and see if you can get it past me. 5 minutes to go in the first period exactly off of that icing call. The face-off in the Red Knight zone. Offensive zone, rather. Adam Wallstrom will take the face-off, and the Red Knights able to control it as Dockman's shot saved by Olhoff. We'll have another offensive zone face-off for Benilde St. Margaret's. 4:56 to go here in the first period. Look at the shot off the face-off on the replay quick as it rings its way back around as we're back to live action as the Red Knights will have to play this one back in their own zone. Knights back to pick it up in their corner, comes back around to the near side. As the pass was intercepted and the turnaround shot was saved by Goodmanson. Buck works his way back behind the net. 4.5 minutes to go in the first period as Willie Hauer brings this one up the right wing side. Centering feed, right backhand shot. I think that one was saved by Olhoff or hit the side of the net. It's back up into the corner. Here's Dockman with it. Dockman working its way into the middle from the St. Louis Park Orioles logo where it's taken away by the Knights. The pass trying to chip this one ahead for Verkjen gets sent up into the bench. The neutral zone face-off with 4:08 to go here in the first period. There's no score between Benilde St. Margaret's and the St. Michael Albertville Knights. The center ice face-off. Light controls the face-off. He brings it into the offensive zone. Light with a shot that's saved by Olhoff. It caroms up onto the far side boards. Centering feed works through to Olhoff, who will glove it. Offensive zone face-off coming for Benilde St. Margaret's. 3:57 to go here in the first period. No score. We've seen the offensive chances start to steadily increase for both teams as this first period has gone along. That one blocked. Into the offensive zone, all alone is Zatoni. Zatoni in, Zatoni, he scores! Andrew Zatoni intercepts the pass, takes it the distance. Take a look at that one on the replay. As you'll see, Zatoni had a step on both of the defenders behind him, and he beats Goodmanson to make it a 1-0 lead in favor of the St. Michael Albertville Knights. 3:47 to go in the first period. Face-off controlled once again by St. Michael Albertville. They'll play this one into the offensive zone, but it's sent back out. Into the offensive zone is Ryan. Ryan trying to answer, but is passed down toward Brancala, just out of his reach on the redirect attempt. The Knights get it back out to neutral ice. Ryan there. Ryan trying to poke this one back deep into the offensive zone. Red Knights there to pick it up. Here's Brancala again, but this time he's got his pocket picked right as he tried to wind up for the shot. Dumped down in deep. Jake Ruse there to try to pick it up for St. Michael Albertville. The Red Knights break out the other way. Here's Brancala. We'll play this one in deep to the corner. 3 minutes to go in the period. It's back around to the near side as Like in the neutral zone wants to dump it back behind him to Johnson. And this one sneaks through. It'll be played by St. Michael Albertville in their own zone and then sent into the offensive zone and into the corner. Or Johnson back to pick it up. Johnson plays it to the far side corner. Or Light with a hard pass that'll work its way down to the near side and then sent in deep by Newtgens. Newtgens able to hold the zone. There's a shot redirect. Goodmanson down, and he ends up making the pad save on that turnaround. 2:10 to go here in the first period. And the Red Knights back the other way as that one out of the reach of Dockman. Goodmanson has to make the save on that blue line shot. Spetz let that one go, and then Spetz drives his way down into the corner. As Dockman possesses, his pass a little bit out of reach. They'll go back into the Red Knight zone. Here's Hauer. Hauer work his way up to the far side boards. Is he able to trying to steer his way through neutral ice? Puck poked up off of his stick up into the corner. With Dockman down there as well. Comes back around to the near side. Minute 25 to go here in the period. Ryan behind his own net. He gets tied up. Ryan's pass toward Hauer is intercepted. Sent back out to neutral ice. In the offensive zone is Braden Mogard. That's Robeck, my apologies. Robeck with a good battle to take that puck away. It ends up in Goodmanson's. We'll say how that play unfolded at the very end as nice centering feed by St. Michael Albertville able to generate a not bad opportunity as Goodmanson having to snag that one out of midair. Puck pushed down into the corner off the face-off. We're now under a minute to go here in the first period. That pass a little bit high and unable to be knocked down by Dylan Blount. We'll have a stoppage here as the Red Knights enter the offensive zone. With 50.4 to go here in the first period. As Ryan will take the face-off against Blount. Moves back down to the near side. The long shot deflected as St. Michael Albertville able to intercept. Not quite able to clear, though, as it comes free and now sent back out to neutral ice. Down to Verkjen. Verkjen gets this one up ahead. There's a shot that's saved by Goodmanson. It comes back down to the near side. 30 seconds to go in the period. That's Jake Runman. Runman will have an opportunity as he gets knocked off the puck trying to gain the offensive zone. Under 20 seconds to go here in the period. Played up to the corner. Loose behind the net. One last rush perhaps for St. Michael Albertville with the pass out of reach. Back to pick it up deep in his own zone. And the first period comes to an end. St. Michael Albertville with the only goal of the period. The great goal by Zatoni to intercept the pass and take it the distance. He slams it past Goodmanson. And we go to the first intermission here on MNHockey.tv with St. Michael Albertville leading it 1-0.
Like you didn't have time to work out? Do you have a hard time believing you could really get in shape, lose weight, or stick with exercise? As a busy person, does it all just sound too complicated? We've worked with thousands of people who've had those same concerns. People who have a real desire to take care of their bodies, but have trouble moving from intentions to real results. Based on 20 years of development and cutting-edge science, we have created a breakthrough and totally data-driven exercise program that can fit into anyone's schedule. It's all about quality over quantity. In just 20 minutes twice a week with one of our certified coaches, you can finally enjoy strength and experience success. Most traditional workouts fail to deliver the results people desire because they aren't designed with individuals in mind. Our Smart 20 workout measures your unique makeup, and our trainers are there to make sure you get a workout that's designed perfectly for you. Never before has there been a combination of strength and conditioning put together in such a safe and efficient manner that's totally accessible to everyone regardless of their current fitness level. Thousands of people have seen the results and shared their stories, but don't just take our word for it. Don't take the word of our thousands of success stories. Come in and try it for yourself. We believe so passionately in how we can help you that we are offering you the chance to get a free trial of our Smart 20 training sessions with one of our knowledgeable coaches. There is absolutely no commitment on your end. Plus, we'll answer all of your questions about how to meet your health, weight loss, and fitness objectives. What have you got to lose? Come in for your free personal Smart 20 sessions. Register for your free sessions by signing up at exercisecoach.com.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like, and we're not trying to make that pyramid, we're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up, and I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rep program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rep program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile, remember it's just a game. Get out and exercise, play all year round. Play on the ice, play in your driveway, play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. his philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children instead of structured association hockey. We wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We have had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat programs. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to cover a broad area so that we can include as many kids as possible. So the best way I think to reach out and get involved would be to visit our website, herbrooksfoundation.com. You can find all of our information about the Rink Rats programs, any clinics we have in the spring or summer or fall. You can also find contact information for the foundation, as well as many different links to pictures, events such as the Sticks in Stillwater, the golf tournament, Let's Play Hockey Expo, and there's also a good following for our volunteer base as well.
Welcome back inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center as we get set to start the second period between St. Michael Albertville and Benilde St. Margaret's, with the visiting Knights of St. Michael Albertville holding a 1-0 lead on the goal by Andrew Zatoni. We're back underway. Here comes a 2-on-1 possibly into the offensive zone for St. Michael Albertville, with that shot saved by Goodmanson. That was Dylan Blunt, who had snuck through on the near side in the circle as it works its way back into the St. Michael Albertville zone, where the Knights play it back the other way in front of the Red Knight bench as it deflects down to the near side here. Blunt again to the offensive zone. Blunt gets tied up, though, and ends up in the corner. Centering feed out front. It comes free again. There's a shot snagged with the glove by Goodmanson. Sort of holding his head and his helmet a little bit is Gavin Roback. There were 3 opportunities for St. Michael Albertville to get off. A great shot on that one. Roback the one who finally able to rip it in, but Goodmanson snagging that hotline drive. We remain 1-0 as the face-off pushed up into the corner, played around to the near side by Ryan. And St. Michael Albertville takes it away as it deflects in front of Goodmanson. We'll take a look at how that play developed at the end. We'll have one of the St. Michael Albertville players sticking out to just try to deflect. They got a little bit too much stick on it, though, and just kind of stopped it dead. As we're back to live action, and the play still down in the Red Knight zone. It's back around to the point. And they back up high. There's a shot that's blocked. And the Red Knights able to bring it back the other way into the neutral zone. Back out to neutral ice. As this one knocked down. There's a shot that was blocked. As able to cover that one up is Olhoff. As I think the St. Michael Albertville team feeling a little bit lucky after that one. A lot of terrible things went wrong on that sequence for St. Michael Albertville, and they were lucky to get out of that, maintaining this 1-0 lead. 13:43 to go in the second period. Offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. Played through the corner. It's booked it back to the far side. To be held in, actually taken away by St. Michael Albertville. Brought back the other way into the offensive zone. Now that shot blocked as Andrew Zatoni, who has that St. Michael Albertville goal. That one going back the other direction. This one taken away again by St. Michael Albertville. There's a save by Goodmanson. As the Red Knights back with speed into the offensive zone. There's a shot save by Olhoff. An offensive zone faceoff coming for the Red Knights. We'll take a quick look at how that one developed. As the Red Knights with that good look from the glove side. Faceoff to the left of Olhoff coming here. Works his way back around to the near side. As Ryan will chip it back deeper into the Red Knight zone. It'll work its way back around. As playing it back the other direction is Wallstrom. Good off for Baldwin. Baldwin working his way into the offensive zone, where he has the puck taken away from him there. And Blunt trying to send it the other way, but Blunt takes a hit instead. It's sent back into the corner. And back out at the point is going to be held in by Baldwin. Shot from the bench intercepted by St. Michael Albertville. Brought back the other direction by Blunt. Blunt's cross-ice passes. Roback will play this one softly off the end boards. Entering feed back up into the circle, taken away by Hauer. He leaves it behind him for Baldwin. Baldwin plays it around to the near side. 12:13 to go here in the second period. It's a 1-0 lead for St. Michael Albertville. It'll work its way back up into the far side corner. Ryan getting tied up there by Jaden Wise. It'll cost Ryan a stick as St. Michael Albertville comes out with it, and then that centering feed just off the stick of Jake Ruse. Ruse, though, will end up with it back. It's back to the point, shot through traffic, deflected up on Goodmanson. Goodmanson able to snag it with the glove. And a couple of those where Goodmanson having to have a puck kind of come down into his glove. We'll get a look at this one, that long shot.
Sorry, I pulled the Sands. I was looking at it, not looking at them. That was not great.
Pete telling us a little bit about how that play went down, injecting Mr. John Sands, who's not with us tonight. about John's camera skills. Maybe even he'll admit a little something to be desired at times as play moves back into the St. Michael zone. Who's behind the net is trying to take control. That one was Damberg, and the Knights able to bring it back the other direction into the offensive zone. The shot, they score! As Caden Kelly came free in the middle. We'll take a long look at how that play developed from the beginning as you see how St. Michael Albertville broke out of their own zone. 2-on-2 at the line. But they found the trailing Kelly there in the center just inside that St. Louis Park logo, and he rips a shot past Goodmanson to make it 2-0. 11:15 to go here now in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Michael Albertville. Yes, Ryan controls the faceoff for the Red Knights, and his pass intercepted. Brought back into the offensive zone before getting knocked off the puck was Verkjan. It works his way up into the corner. The Red Knights able to get it back out to neutral. Coming in onside is Broncala. Broncala will send a long one. That'll go past the goaltender Olhoff up into the corner. It'll work its way along the far side boards. Ryan with it again. He gets knocked off the puck. It'll work its way around the net. There's Broncala with a bad angle shot. That was saved by Olhoff. Sent up onto the far side boards. With a long shot. That one snagged by Olhoff as well. The Red Knights with a good response on that sequence. You'll see a couple of those shots there on the replay. You'll see it also trickle back out for that long shot from the point. Our offensive zone face-off as Lyke will step into the face-off circle for Benilde St. Margaret's. As Broncala trying to push it around, but the Knights able to take it there. They'll play this one back out to neutral ice. Or Keys trying to slow it down as Hauer sends it back the other way, and the Knights with it in their own zone. Get back out to neutral ice. 2-on-2 into the offensive zone. There's a shot saved by Goodmanson. As Robeck had worked his way into the circle, comes back around to the near side. Red Knights working back through neutral ice. With Lyke into the offensive zone. Lyke, backhand shot! That was saved by Olhoff. What a save as it comes back. 10 minutes to go here in the period. We're going to have a late penalty coming against the Red Knights. We'll take a look on the replay at how that one unfolded at the very end. As Dockman will take the penalty. St. Michael Albertville will go on the power play. They're 0 for 2. Red Knights have had one unsuccessful power play in this game. Ruse will take the face-off. It's played around all the way by Baldwin. Unable to be held in by the Knights at the blue line. This one slapped hard down for a full-length clear. Yes, Johnny Woodford trying to battle down there. A broken stick, or a pair of sticks. Two players losing their sticks on that sequence. Don't see that all that much. Both guys end up losing their sticks out of the scrum as back into the offensive zone are the Knights. That centering feed intercepted and cleared out all the way down once again. That's Olhoff out of his net to play it. And the Knights will set up behind their own net. 9:10 to go here in the second period. That will pass out of the reach of Ryan, who tried to get his stick in the way as it's pushed into the Michael Albertville offensive zone, but they came in offsides. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. 9:04 to go in the period. 1:09 to go in the St. Michael Albertville power play. Knights leading at 2-0 here, and a goal in the first and a goal here early in the second. Face-off controlled by Benilde St. Margaret's, brought down to the near side by Hankinson. He'll throw this one in deep. It'll work its way down into the corner. Under a minute to go in the power play. Long cross-ice pass that goes out of the reach. It's Keys back to pick it up in his own zone. He'll play it off the far side boards, and then the Red Knights able to clear it out. As St. Michael Albertville again setting up in their own zone. As Lohman He gets it knocked off the puck at the blue line by Like. It works its way back into the corner. Down to the near side. Shot through traffic. That was blocked. Getting in the way of that one was Hankinson. Played back through the corner. Centering feed out front, pushed wide. 20 seconds to go in the power play. This one goes off the side of the net, and another full length clear by Benilde St. Margaret's. That should do it for the power play. 11 seconds to go. It's Lohman back to pick it up in his own zone. 8 minutes to go in the period. Lohman working his way into the offensive zone. He got tied up by Wallstrom and Baldwin. The power play is over, and the Red Knights back at full power. Back around to the near side boards, now poked through the corner. The battle ensues as it works its way behind the net. Yes, Hankinson pack to pick it up there. Dockman trying to work his way through a couple of blue jerseys, but it's taken away, and fortunately that one poked away from Carter Weiss at the last second. In the offensive zone, 2-on-1 are the Red Knights, and they'll have to work their way around the net. A good job by the Knights to cut that one off and have to make the puck handler decide to just carry it around the net instead. Into the offensive zone is Wise. Wise with a shot saved by Goodman, poked down into the corner. The Red Knights back out at neutral ice to lose control of this one. Here's Wise. Wise will play this one back into the corner. Back to get it behind his own net, and playing it the other way is Baldwin along the far side. There's a long shot loose out front and sent up into the netting. 6:45 to go here in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Michael Albertville. It's the Tony and Kelly with the goals for St. Michael Albertville thus far in the game, as Keys controls it on the near side, tries to get this one up ahead toward Runman. Runman will chase it down into the corner. That works its way behind the net. Turnaround shot sent through down to the corner. Will be held in by Keys. Now sent back out to neutral ice. And it's banked off the near side boards by Shee. Shee will be able to pick it up first in his own corner. Long pass in front of the St. Louis Park logo as it comes free once again. There's a shot that is deflected up into the netting once again. 6:11 to go here in the second period. As the Knights will change all 5 skaters. The Red Knights, rather.
Between the Knights and the Red Knights, or are they just all Knights?
Try to keep it straight. Gives back around to the near side. The Red Knights have it. The Red Knights trying to poke it back out to center. The Knights will go chase it down behind the Red Knight net. Under 6 minutes to go here in the period. The centering feed goes off a skate. It comes out. There's a shot into Goodmanson, able to make the save and able to dive on that one at the last second. You see that long shot. Goodmanson unable to handle the rebound and then ended up down on his stomach, able to gather that one in. Offensive zone face-off here for the St. Michael Albertville Knights. It comes free up in the corner, played around back to the near side corner. Sent up onto the far side now. With A.J. Lohman trying to corral it as a shot that's blocked. It comes free again. Goodmanson able to snag the save with the glove. As Zach Ingebrigtsen had worked his way into the center of the ice. We'll take a look at that shot as we're back to live action. Puck still loose in the circle. Back the other direction is Dockman for the Red Knights. Dockman into the offensive zone. There's a shot just out of the reach of Dockman on the redirect. Turnaround shot by Dockman. That'll go wide off the end boards. 5:10 to go here in the second period. The exit Zone exit went off a skate, but the Knights able to bring it out anyway. If there's a shot that's blocked, as Keys got in the way of that one. Under 5 minutes to go here in the period. Turnaround shot saved by Goodmanson. Yes. Howard trying to play it the other way, but the Knights of St. Michael Albertville able to hold. It comes back around to the near side. As Lohman plays it around. Dockman from behind his own net. He gets this puck poked away from him back toward the goal. Dockman chips it through the neutral zone ahead for Like. Like, though, gets knocked off the puck at the blue line as it's sent back into the Red Knight zone. And picking it up and taking a shot just wide is Robeck. Robeck has had a little bit of a tough time. He's been denied on a couple of nice saves, and he just sent that shot wide as he came in alone. So Red Knights get this one back to Runman. Runman brings it across the red line. Good stick checking, though, by St. Michael Albertville as Runman's shot is blocked and back out into the neutral zone. And then chipped in deep by Carter Wise. Back behind his own net to play it is Baldwin. Baldwin will play it around to the far side. 3:43 to go in the period. The Red Knights just struggling to gather up any offensive zone momentum or really any good looks on the goaltender Olhoff here in the second period. St. Michael Albertville able to dump this one in deep. We're under 3.5 minutes to go here in the second period. There's Ryan with it for the Red Knights. And whiffing on the clear attempt was Wallstrom, but they're able to get it out. Now back into the offensive zone come the Knights. They'll chip it down into the corner. Ryan, he gets tied up. Under 3 minutes to go now in the period. The shot saved by Goodmanson. He'll glove it and hold on. We'll have an offensive zone faceoff for St. Michael Albertville with 2:56 to go here in the second period. As Ruse will take the face-off against Johnson. That works its way around back to the far side. And St. Michael Albertville again able to hold the zone. The centering feed down toward Mogard is pushed wide. So back behind the net, up into the far side corner. The Red Knights able to get into the offensive zone with an odd man rush if they hurry. There's a shot that's saved by Olhoff, and he's able to glove it. Olhoff having to dive back to the left to gather up that puck. We'll take a look at that play as the Red Knights came into that zone with numbers and got a good look on Olhoff despite the bad angle, and Olhoff having to dive on it to his left. Like will take the face-off against Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen able to push the face-off. Over its way back up through the corner. The Knights send it down to the near side into their offensive zone. Keys with it. As Like works his way through the zone, gets a long cross-ice pass, but that one just out of the reach of Keys. As Olhoff will glove it once again. 2:02 to go in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Michael Albertville. Again, thank you for tuning in here on mnhockey.tv. Got a big night ahead, a big week ahead. We'll talk about that at the next stoppage as play works its way back up into the corner, comes back around to the near side. It's Howard centering pass intercepted, sent back through by the Knights. Here's Baldwin with it. Baldwin will play this one up to the far side boards out of the reach of Howard. This one taken away. And then a shot pushed wide from just inside that Orioles logo. A minute and a half to go in the period. And St. Michael Albertville trying to play this one around. Ryan intercepts it, but he got knocked off the puck. And back the other direction with it is Wallstrom. Wallstrom into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. He'll take a shot that's saved by Olhoff, but Wallstrom will get his own rebound. With the centering feed sneaks through back down to the near side. It's Carter Wise into the offensive zone. Wise with a shot saved by Goodmanson. Under a minute to go now in the period. It's back to Wise behind the net. Wise will push it up into the corner. Back around to Wise behind the net. As Wise tried to get it up into the slot, but it was taken away by the Red Knights. It's Dockman into the offensive zone. Dockman getting knocked off the puck on the near side boards. 30 seconds to go now as this one sent back out to neutral ice as Keys overskates it. Couldn't quite catch up to that stopped puck. And sent back into the St. Michael Albertville zone and sent back out. As Runman gets knocked off the puck at the blue line. The battle ensues in front of the Red Knights bench as Benilde St. Margaret's comes in offside with 10.5 to go in the period. St. Michael Albertville varsity against Benilde St. Margaret's after this, right here on MNHockey.tv. Estimated start time about 7 o'clock. And then later on this week, we've got a penalty against the Knights of St. Michael Albertville. The Red Knights on the power play here to close out the second period and into the third, unless they're able to score in the next 5 seconds as the puck works its way up into the corner. Now the period comes to an end as the only tally of the period once again going to the St. Michael Albertville Knights. It's courtesy of Caden Kelly. We'll go to the second intermission, 2-0 in favor of the St. Michael Albertville Knights.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like, and we're not trying to make that pyramid, we're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up, and I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rep program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rep program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile. Remember, it's just a game. Get out and exercise. Play all year round. Play on the ice. Play in your driveway. Play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. His philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children instead of structured association hockey. We wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We have had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat programs. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to cover a broad area so that we can include as many kids as possible. So the best way I think to reach out and get involved would be to visit our website, herbrooksfoundation.com. You can find all of our information about the Rink Rats programs, any clinics we have in the spring or summer or fall. You can also find contact information for the foundation, as well as many different links to pictures, events such as the Sticks in Stillwater, the golf tournament, Let's Play Hockey Expo, and there's also a good following for our volunteer base as well.
inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center with the third period underway between Benilde St. Margaret's and the St. Michael Albertville Knights. 1:36 in the power play remaining for Benilde St. Margaret's. If that shot sneaks down to the near side, here's Keys with it. Keys will try to play this one through the circle into the corner. As that centering feed sneaks through all the way up to the far side corner. Works back around to the near side. It's Charlie Damberg. There's Keys with it. Keys getting it back up to the point. There's a shot that's saved by Olhoff. Bucks up into the corner, able to be steered out by Hauer and then cleaned out by the Knights into the offensive zone. And then slowing it down as he got tied up as it's taken away by the Red Knights. It was Carter Wise who brought that one in. We'll have an icing here against the Red Knights. 58 seconds to go on the power play, 14:07 to go in regulation. As Adam Spetz will take the face-off against Runman. Spetz will push the face-off and then take it back himself. As the Knights applying some shorthanded pressure here as it's taken away by Benilde St. Margaret's. This one sent back out to neutral ice. It'll sneak its way all the way through. As Olhoff will clear this one back out to neutral. This will go all the way down. And Ryan will pick it up behind his own net for the Red Knights. 35 seconds in the power play. 13:42 in the third period. Along with Pete Wagner, Patrick Lilia here with you. In the JV edition of this matchup this evening. We'll, of course, after this have the varsity end of the matchup. Two teams looking to rebound from tough losses last time out. St. Michael Albert has a shot that goes high over the net. It's 5 seconds to go on the power play. 13:10 to go in regulation as it's this one sent all the way out. As Broncala plays it down to the near side, and Johnson setting up, sent a cross-ice pass toward Ryan, who was in the middle of a line change, so the puck dumped back in will result in an offside, and we'll have a face-off with 12:52 to go here in the third period. 2-0. St. Michael Albertville with the lead. Without the face-off, Red Knights control. They send it back down to the near side. Hankinson will throw this one through. Back down to Hauer. Hauer comes in offside. Yes, Johnson couldn't quite hold up as he slips to the ice. The neutral zone face-off with 12:42 to go in regulation. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Michael Albertville. 1 goal each in the first and second. First goal by Andrew Zattoni on that beautiful steal, and not sure if we want to call that a breakaway or not, but did have a step on everybody behind him. And then Caden Kelly on another beautiful setup, the trailer in a 2-on-2 as he snuck in behind and took a beautiful feed and ripped it past Simon Goodmanson for the 2-0 advantage. 12:20 to go now in regulation. As Baldwin whiffs on it, it comes back down to the near side. Is unable to slow that one down with Like and sent back out to neutral ice. It's Cheney. Cheney working his way in. This puck taken away by Shee. Shee will try to center this one. It comes around the net, down to the near side. Shot from the logo. It's loose in front of Goodmanson and poked out of there by the Red Knights at the last second. It's Wallstrom. Wallstrom gets this one through neutral ice. There's Dockman trying to fight through a couple of bodies. It's poked up into the corner. 11:30 to go in regulation. Poked up into the corner. Dockman can't take that puck away from Perrin as it comes around to the near side. Held in by Ryan. And sent into the corner. Dockman trying to get there first, but it's played the other direction by Wise. Loose behind the net. As Damberg will come out with this one. It's Hankinson into the corner. It's a centering feed in front of Olhoff. He's down. Several players go down. The puck is still loose. Backhand was blocked into that mess of bodies, and the Knights able to clear it back out to neutral ice. This one out of the reach, though. Wound up going all the way down once again. 10:38 to go in regulation. It's 2-0. The Knights of St. Michael Albertville with the lead. And the Red Knights charging back into the offensive zone. There's a shot snagged with the glove by Olhoff as Lyke had worked his way in. We're going to look at that one as Lyke taking that long pass and working his way into the offensive zone, letting that shot rip, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. 10:29 to go in regulation. As Runman will take the face-off. Face-off shot by Baldwin is snagged with a glove again by Olhoff. Another offensive zone face-off with 10:25 to go here in the third period. It's loose in the circle. There's Runman trying to battle through a couple of checks, and the Knights trying to push it back the other direction. As Howard gets tripped up. Red Knight trying to drive the puck toward the net, but St. Michael Albertville able to take it away. As Keys will play it around up into the corner. We pass the 5-minute mark here of the final period. 9:55 and counting as puck still loose on those far side boards. Is trying to come out of it, driving in the middle. Backhand shot just sneaks through the blue and comes back out. And with Lyke, who had worked his way in. Lyke will take it again, this time as he tries to work his way through a couple of bodies. Lyke into the offensive zone, and then he rips a shot wide. So Logan Lyke having a difficult couple of minutes here as he has a couple of very near misses as the Knights of St. Michael Albertville trying to work out of the zone, as winding up for a blast is Broncala, and that was saved if that had worked free in the slot. Broncala takes it away, wraparound, jamming away at it, and Olhoff able to snag it. We'll take a look at this one at the end. Just the Red Knights start whacking away at things, trying to jam that puck past Olhoff, but Olhoff standing tall. It remains a 2-0 game. As Johnson will take the face-off as it's poked down to the near side by the Knights. And St. Michael Albertville not able to get it out as Johnson will play it back to the far side. Wallstrom will have it sent back to neutral. Into the offensive zone comes St. Michael Albertville and getting tripped up on the far side boards. Played back through the corner, back around to the near side. 8:45 to go in regulation. The centering feed is saved by Goodmanson. Goodmanson over to slide and make that great save on this shot by Adam Spetz. We'll take a look at that one as Goodmanson able to get over to that one just in time. 8:37 to go in regulation. Offensive zone face-off once again for the Knights. Comes around to the near side corner. Look back through is She reversing direction to play this one into the corner. The centering feed intercepted by the Red Knights. Brought back down to the near side. Sent back to pick it up in his own zone is Mogard. So it pops free. There's a shot that's just deflected wide as Olhoff over to make the save once again. 8:10 to go in regulation. Lyke with a shot saved by Olhoff as he muffs it initially but able to get on top of it. Well, the Red Knights dialing up the offensive pressure big time, but still have yet to find the back of the net here in this third period with 8:05 to go. They still trail by 2. An offensive zone face-off here as Damberg will step in. It's poked back behind the net. As Ryan able to hold the zone for BSM. Now STMA able to break out with it. They'll come down to the near side. Into the offensive zone is Verkjen. Verkjen's shot will work its way around the net. Verkjen trying to get it back behind the net. He got tied up behind the net by Baldwin. We're going to have a penalty coming here. It'll be an interference call. And the Red Knights going to get a big power play here. They'll go on the man advantage with 7:41 to go in regulation. It'll be Ingebrigtsen who takes the interference call. I think the Red Knights take their timeout here. They need this goal on this power play in the worst way. They trail by 2 with 7:41 to go. Watching MNHockey.tv coverage of Red Knight boys hockey. Coming up next, the varsity game between St. Michael Albertville and Benilde St. Margaret's. Two teams coming off of tough losses as the Red Knights look to rebound from last night's loss to Chaska at Mariucci Arena. The STMA Knights coming off a home loss to Brainerd, a score of 3-2 in that one. Of course, this week here on MNHockey.tv, still got some great regular season action to close out the season. Thursday night, we've got a big Eden Prairie Edina game from Braemar Arena. Then Saturday night, the Battle of Lakeville from Ames Arena in Lakeville as Lakeville South makes the crosstown trip to take on Lakeville North. That's this week here on MNHockey.tv. Eden Prairie Edina Thursday night, Lakeville South, Lakeville North Saturday night. Still some must-see games to close out this regular season on the broadcast schedule. The Red Knights power play opens up. Dockman, or rather, one pushed out of play. Yes, Hauer unable to hold the... Hauer trying to hold the zone and ends up deflecting up into the bench. Let's say, though, that Hauer with the last one to touch it, so the faceoff will come out into the neutral zone. Yes, STMA controls the faceoff. It's a shot snagged with the glove by Robeck. Rather, goes over the glove off the end boards. Head back out to the neutral zone. As Dockman now working his way up the near side boards into the offensive zone. Dockman gets it to Johnson. Back to Like. Like with a shot that's deflected and tipped down into the corner. The Red Knights have to vacate the zone. 7 minutes to go in regulation. 1:17 in the power play. Berkjan causing some disruption into the offensive zone. Here's Like. Like working his way in. Like going to the backhand. That one's saved by Olhoff. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Red Knights. 1:04 to go in the power play. 6:45 in regulation. Face-off still loose in the circle, poked up into the corner. It will be held in by Hauer. Hauer trying to get this one up toward Wallstrom. Hauer, though, knocked off the puck. Is getting tied up his Like, and it comes down to the near side. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Clean back out to neutral ice. Hauer back with it in his own zone. With Like. Like trying to get it up toward Johnson. Johnson into the offensive zone with Wallstrom. Johnson, though, getting tied up. Comes back to Like. Like with a long shot snagged with the glove by Olhoff. 28 seconds now to go in the power play. 6:08 in regulation. Off the face-off, it's back to Keys. Wallstrom up high. Wow, there's a high shot. That'll go over the net. It's back around to the near side. 18 seconds in the power play. Back out to neutral ice. Damberg with it in his own zone. 10 seconds in the power play. 5:50 in regulation. As Keith loses control of that one into the offensive zone. Taking a shot wide, short-handed was she. It works back up to the point. And poked back out to neutral by the Red Knights. Ryan battling down there as battle ensues along the bench area. Goes back to the red line where the STMA Knights dump it in deep. 5.5 minutes to go. Both teams now back at full strength. Comes back around to the near side corner. So pops free towards Tony, who has the first goal of the game. Runman will take it away. He'll get this one up ahead toward Damberg. Damberg will play this one down ahead of Ryan. As Olhoff out of his net will play it around. He'll work its way back into the neutral zone. Runman back into the offensive zone. Runman takes the shot, hit with the glove, and covered once again by Olhoff. And Olhoff has had a really stellar game tonight. Not to take anything away from Goodmanson either. Goodmanson has made some great saves as well. With 4:53 to go, the Red Knights yet to find the scoreboard. It's 2-0. And another power play coming up for the Red Knights. As Ruse will take this penalty. The face-off controlled by the Red Knights as Baldwin will take it back. Baldwin working his way in. He'll get this one to the corner. Hauer working his way. Hauer will send this one down to Like on the near side. Like getting tied up, trying to work his way back through the circle. Like trying to size things up. Will get it back to Baldwin with this one poked away from him. Baldwin will maintain possession, getting it down low as Olhoff able to find it in traffic. 1:34 to go in the power play. 4:26 in regulation. Face-off, poke back up to the far side boards. Dockman trying to get it back to the point. It's sent back out into the neutral zone. Red Knights will have to reset. It's Keys with it in his own zone. End up toward Wallstrom. Wallstrom with this one poked away from him. And hammering away at it and having it poked away was Caden Kelly, who has the second goal of the game for the St. Michael Albertville Knights. The Knights able to play this one in deep. Minute to go in the power play, 3:52 and counting in regulation. Red Knights desperately needing to convert on this power play here. Played back up into the corner. As Wallstrom. Back down to the near side, Keys gets tied up. As Blunt takes it away from him. Blunt battles with Hankinson in the corner. The Knights able to maintain this short-handed offensive zone. And all that does is run these critical seconds away from the Red Knights. 20 seconds to go in the power play. As Hankinson into the offensive zone. Hankinson loses control of the puck. Back the other direction, short-handed once again. Come the Knights into the offensive zone. Good job to get in front of that one. Back into the center. And it's Hauer who got in the way of that 2-on-1 shorthanded setup as the power play comes to an end. We're under 3 minutes to go, 2:45 and counting. Still 2-0 in favor of the Knights of St. Michael Albertville as this shot deflected up into the net off the stick of Johnson. 2:39 to go. Johnson pushes the face-off into the corner where it's played all the way around by Cheney, able to be held in by the Red Knights. Battling for it at the Oreo logo, it ends up coming down to the near side into the corner. And so we're back up to the far side. Back into the offensive zone once again is Ingridson. Ingridson with a shot save. Nice, he scores as Goodmanson was initially able to slow it down, but then unable to cover it up on the back end as it slid through him. It's 3-0 in favor of St. Michael Albertville, and that might do it. 2:16 to go in regulation. See if there is Ingridson driving into the offensive zone. 2:16 to go, 3-0 in favor of St. Michael Albertville. Comes back down to the near side. Dockman getting tied up. The offensive zone is Wallstrom. Wallstrom with a shot that's deflected up into the netting. .201 to go in regulation. Offensive zone face-off will be taken by Damberg. We played back around through the corner. Now back out to neutral ice. As Robeck will pick it up. Robeck with a shot save. Goodmanson. Second chance sent wide, but able to be held in by Shee. Shot from the logo through traffic. That's saved by Goodmanson. 1:40 to go in regulation. 3-0, St. Michael Albertville with the lead. Booked along the far side boards as it's sent back out to neutral ice. Here come the Red Knights. 2-on-1 into the offensive zone, but the centering feed sneaks back down to the near side. As Robeck will play this one back out to neutral ice ahead of Kelly. The Red Knights looking to set up in their own zone. Ryan with it. Ryan up the near side as he gets tied up. Penalty coming against St. Michael Albertville. As Ryan got tripped up entering the offensive zone. There Ryan getting held as he almost tackled as he entered the offensive zone there. Obvious penalty call here, and the Red Knights will go on the power play with 1:07 to go in regulation, but they trail 3-0. As Ruiz will take his second penalty of the period. As this one deflected wide. Played around by Lohman. And clear the length of the ice as we go under a minute to play. 56 seconds to go. Keys ends up with it. Keys will work his way through the middle. Keys gets it up ahead for Johnson. Johnson will play this one through the corner up to the far side. It will be held in by the Red Knights at the point. Getting knocked off the puck is Like. As Johnson also takes a hit in the corner. Under 30 seconds to go. As the Knights able to clear with 20 seconds to go. Red Knights will set up deep in their own zone. Ryan brings it up the right wing side. Now he works his way through the middle with speed into the offensive zone. Ryan having to drive behind the net, takes a big hit behind the net under 5 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. Looking away at it, and Olhoff able to poke that one away in a fitting end to this one as Olhoff with the shutout victory as the St. Michael Albertville Knights defeat Benilde St. Margaret's 3-0 in the JV game. Then Patrick Lilia with you. We got the voices of Minnesota high school hockey, Pete and Bart, coming up next.